adventurers, get ready for a new tide. Black Desert, Into the Waves.
And welcome to another Black Desert console stream. My name is Shirna.
My name is Trent.
And I guess we need to address the elephant in the room.
Is our sound okay?
Not that elephant.
Ears. Oh.
So, no. The
video.
Video, we didn't change the volume. We're sorry about that. It was a last-minute addition. I was going to make a joke that new Tide, old crappy stream room, but that's besides the point.
He still said it.
But no, let's address the elephant in the room. Trent, what happened to your hair?
I cut my hair.
Come on, you had the perfect setup for a fun joke, and then you just...
Nah. People are just asking. So, really quickly, because this isn't important to today's update, I cut my hair. So you're right there? My long-term goal in growing out my hair was to actually donate it. So what we did was contact the Leukemia Research and Cancer Patient Hospital in Korea. We asked them, where do I go to donate and what's the best way to go about this? We went and did it. And then on Saturday, I accidentally woke up because I rolled over on my own hair. And I was just like, nope, we're donating today. And they chopped it. She was just like, are you sure? And I was like, yup. She chopped it and I was like, I have to stream on Tuesday. And I completely forgot. So yeah, that's what happened there. Anything else?
Okay. If you're new to the stream, usually we go through state of address, patch notes, show a little bit of gameplay, and then do a healthy Q&A. So, state of the address, Trent, because I've been off. I went off for a week, so if I haven't replied to DMs, that's probably why I took a week off.
Yeah.
The last patch notes destroyed me, so I needed to take a week to myself. I made hundreds of plans and canceled all of them and just sat at home, relaxed, took 6-hour naps in the middle of the day. Glorious.
You have a good time?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Okay, so state of the addresses. 1, Hide-A-Ball is coming up. So the Hide-A-Ball will be next weekend, June 19th. On June 19th.
June 19th, Korea time.
As well as PST, but it's going to be super
just
early.
About, yeah.
So it'll be June 19th. Go check that out. If you haven't filled in the online audience applications, that's still on our website. Go do that.
There's some cool prizes with that as well, right?
Yeah, there's some pretty dope prizes on that. And, all these announcements and stuff like that will be happening at the Hide-A-Ball. No information about what's going to be announced, but go definitely check it out. The next thing is, as Shirna said, he went on vacation last week. I'll probably do mine sometime soon as well. So there's going to be some sabbaticals being taken, essentially. And in that sense, communication levels from us will be it'll fluctuate quite a bit.
Yeah.
The third thing is, and this is really important, our last update was so massive. There was a lot of things that were happening. So Sakurai, Prodi, boats, bartering, massive balance changes, and a whole host of other things. This update is very small in comparison to that.
Yeah.
And as well as in comparison to a lot of our other updates. This update is going to be quite small. So if you're expecting massive changes or new game modes and whatnot to be thrown in, that's not this update.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just getting that out of the way. I know some people are going to be upset by that, but I'd rather give you guys a heads up on it.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. I think that's the state of the addresses. And everything else we'll cover, I guess, through the Q&A. We were expecting Odalita.
No. just no.
Sorry, so as people roll into chat as well, and this is just a personal request, as people roll into chat and people ask what happened to my hair, can you just guys let them know so I don't have to keep interrupting the update because I don't want this to be the Trent show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with that. I just get to sit here and look pretty. Which is usually very difficult, but right now with your hair cut off, it's a lot easier.
Cheers. Thanks, chat. Next, let's get into the update then.
Yeah, was that a lucky? Is that? No, it
No.
wasn't. Okay, so first thing first. Life Skill Mastery is getting its second wave of gear. The blue grade items and accessories and all that stuff will be coming in. This includes things like Creo's Fisher clothes, the Duster Steel Hoe. Finally, Lackey arrows are viable. The processing stones from Techathon, the riding crop, and the Granoa accessories. All of these will be available after this update.
Absolutely. So with these gear, with this kind of gear, your life skill mastery increase essentially. Now, I think a lot of people are asking, well, why would I do this when I know yellow gear is going to come in? I will say that in terms of yellow gear, when it eventually comes in, which is 3 months after this one, I assume.
Yep.
It's according to our roadmap. If you have the money, absolutely. But if not, go for the blue gear.
Also, it's a good stepping stone towards it.
Exactly.
Instead of having to like throw everything into the next level.
Yeah.
This way you have that stopgap. You can make money in the middle.
Yep.
Instead of thinking like, I won't make money until this point, you could make money in the interim.
Yeah.
One thing, again, the stuff here is generally purchased from material vendors, much like the Logia gear. So you'll be able to get that there. Enhancements include you need black gems or the concentrated black gems. Some of them require the weapon stones. So those are the other things you will need for this.
Anytime you enhance gear that requires black gems and concentrated magical black gems, it doesn't use your stacks.
Yeah.
Right? But when you use black stones or concentrated weapon black stones, that will use stacks.
Yep. So that's the important difference between
Yep.
life skill stuff. Okay. Next up, Magical Chicken Feed and Magical Haystacks are making their way to the game. Magical Chicken Feed takes 4 grids and it gives you more harvest efficiency. Magical Haystack takes up 5 grids and is about a 25% increase in efficiency. If you get them by plant breeding your special chicken feed and your special haystack.
I do want to make a mention of this. So someone on, I remember catching this on Reddit. Someone on Reddit was like, dude, what happened with these kinds of things in terms of farming? Hooray. We finally got that in. And like I said, this is going to be a smaller update, mostly about life scaling and whatnot.
Yep.
Now, in terms of character changes, I'll go into that.
Not much. There's just a ranger one about prime explosive, evasive explosive shot.
It was supposed to make it in the last update, and we wrote it as such, which was, like he said, the being able to flow into a different skill. That, unfortunately, didn't make it into the last update.
Yep.
So it's making it in this update.
Yep.
Yep.
So ranger gets a slight buff that she should have had before. Maximum inventory for your family inventory has increased from 32 to 50. And one of the more important things for me at the moment, bartering has been added to the ring menu.
Yep. Bartering has been added to the ring menu, which is technically our tech is here thing, but it's really, really small, so we didn't want to go through the whole intro. A new segment to our show, the technology has returned. We once brought you back the ability to turn off and on your cat UI. This time, what we're bringing back to you, when using your campsite, the default position of your cursor is on the repair function, not on the aesthetics.
No, that wasn't the issue.
No.
The issue was when you load in, it takes you to repair horse gear.
Yeah.
This one makes it so that it'd be a repair equipment.
So that has returned.
Yeah. The one important thing that you forgot about technology has returned is the silver bar turn off and on again. That was technology has returned. Okay. I think that's mostly it. It is a pretty small update.
We fixed a series of issues and whatnot, and again, like I said, this update is actually quite small. Actually huge, but you guys did break it, so yeah. I know. That's why I didn't want to hype that up too much, because it's not too much hype. Anything else you want to mention?
Nah.
Okay. So fix-wise, like, that's our update. Our update is quite small for this. Now, for people who are asking about guru boxes, I'll kind of come out and straight up say this. For those of you who are asking about guru boxes for Imperial turn-ins and stuff, I think you guys know what the rewards are for doing guru turn-ins, right? Just turn-ins in general. Because of that, we're gonna have to wait it out a bit. I'm trying my best to see if we can kind of skew the rewards differently.
Or push it in early.
Yeah, or push it in early. We're gonna check that out. But in the meantime, that's not a thing until, if you look at the dev roadmap, you'll probably be able to tell when that is. In terms of maybe readjusting how the boxes are rewarded on console. I'm not sure if people are really gonna like that because, yeah, anytime we do change the reward turn-ins and whatnot, that's gonna be messed up. So yeah. What was the other one that I was gonna look at? So nerfed boxes? No. That's like a thing that I would say we're considering, but probably not. Do not nerf the boxes. Exactly. So what was the other one I want to mention? Performance issues, right? So performance issues, with the last update, similar things have been occurring where there's like a group of people who are having these issues and another group who are, and it's not distinguishable between specific consoles or generational consoles and whatnot. So that has been not identified, like it has been seen by our development team and our QA team and whatnot. We're going to take a look into it, see if we can kind of push forward with more performance updates. Anything that we're doing in the background that are kind of small and seeing what we can do, we're not going to add into the patch notes, but if it's something massive, then we'll throw it in.
Yeah.
Right. So optimization is a continuous thing that's been happening.
Yeah. Events.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. So I just want to check some stuff.
Daily sea monster hunting is bugged in groups of 3 or more. We will pass that over to the team to take a look at.
Anything else that I'm kind of missing? I'll jump into more of these during the Q&A because today's gameplay section will be pretty short, I imagine, and we'll go from there. Next thing, events, right? So to kind of touch on this, like if you guys haven't already seen it already on YouTube, we released a video, I want to say 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Regarding our recent collaboration, which is with Bugatti. So all of our events this time around are based on training horses and bumping them up.
Yeah.
Right? This event is going to be kind of difficult. So during the event period, right, Ardonaut is going to just straight up show up in the world of Black Desert, which is kind of like the Mysterious Black Knight or Mysterious Skilled Knight and all this kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
When you interact with Ardonaut, you will get something called the Breath of Krogdalo. You get 3 of these things, and you can start accepting a quest, right? When you get these quests, there is a daily form and a weekly form. The daily form will give you an item called Event Spirits Tier. I'll explain this in a second. The weekly will give you Dream Horse materials. So Spirit Pouch of Ferocious Beast, 15, Rainbow Gem Fruit, 15, Pure Forest Breath, 15, and Contribution EXP. That one is weekly. The daily quest, if you get Event Spirits Tier stuff, you can go to Erfrianzo and get a quest from there. It's a one-time quest. You give them 20 of these things, and you get something called the Dancing Elephant, which is a interior item, and something called a Krogdalo's Feather. The Krogdalo's Feather, which is something, I guess, for people who genuinely do care about their mounts, is actually quite important. Using this will actually permanently increase your mount's speed.
By plus 1%.
By plus 1%. You straight up use it. That's what that is. Also, so that's that event. During this time as well, there's going to be a special hot time that's 24 hours, which will give you 50% more training EXP and 50% more mount EXP. Also, during the event period, if you decide to breed horses, your chances of getting a higher tier horse has increased. I know people are saying about the 1% stuff, but yeah. So if you breed horses, your chance of getting the higher tier horse is also higher. EXP scrolls and stuff like that regarding training and mounts are stackable onto this. Next event.
You take it away, man.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, you just knocked yourself out, mate. You did the events. I only got back yesterday. I read them once and was like, okay.
I got you covered, right? So the next thing is, if you decide to use Imperial Horse Delivery during this event period, you will get event Imperial Training Delivery invoices. When you get these invoices, depending on what tier you kind of deliver, you'll get a different amount. When you exchange the Imperial Training Delivery invoices, you can get Swaying Wind Shard, Rumbling Shards, or a tier 7 horse emblem box as well, depending on the amount that you have. You can also get the Grand Ver equipment for your... There's a luck arrow. Go back.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
There's a Granver mount equipment as well.
Good catch, son. Good catch.
Okay, so there's that one. Also, during this time, and this is the last event. I'm sorry, the events were longer than the passions this time around.
Yeah.
But the event for this one is going to be a special attendance box or special attendance rewards event, which basically you can get Blessing of Camisole, Shaki boxes, Crown Stones, Arts of Memory, Advice of Immortality,
etc.,
etc. A bunch of stuff that are coming in with this. And as well as Advice of Vox in it.
And my phone decides it doesn't want to load restream chat, so
Okay.
I'm going off the screen. Okay, right.
That's it for our events.
That's it for the events. Right, that's pretty much everything done and dusted. As we said, it's a bit of a small update this time round.
So I'll explain this again. For those of you who were waiting for a massive update and whatnot, this one is not it. Is that it? Yes. This one, like I said, is a very small update in comparison. Given the scope of our last update and stuff that we have planned, that's what we're going with for now. Events are also more on the life scaly side.
Yep.
In terms of training horses and whatnot. But yeah, if this isn't your
Cup of tea.
I get it. I absolutely get it. Anything else?
Nah, right. Switch. Right, here we go. So first off, the difference between the green Logia and the blue Garanoa. As you can see, you get more life EXP and a lot more mastery. So that is the pen grade for Garanoa and the pen grade for Logia. Also, I want to show the difference in the fishing costumes because I'm a heathen. Oh, there we go. Okay, so again, more fishing mastery is the main thing that you get with this new level. So if you want to increase your masteries further, that is how you do it. Now I know that life skill mastery doesn't affect lucky arrows, but the Dust to Steel Hoe does. It gives you the shallow dig. Oh, come on, I thought I did this before.
No, this is a test.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. Okay, so here we go. Dig up the lucky arrow. So with the Dust to Steel Hoe, you now get the dig shallowly. Dig shallowly button.
Sorry, one sec. For those of you who've never life skilled or done this minigame before, because at the time when this came out, it wasn't viable to do so.
Yeah.
This is lucky arrow stuff.
It's basically Minesweeper for silver.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah, that one's good. Okay.
So what's the point of doing this?
So the point of doing this is you get the Lucky Arrow roots that you can see at the bottom. You can see the thing, and that depends on how damaged the root is by the time it comes. Roots always start one square around here. So they always go around the plant in the middle. So you don't want to go for there first. Okay. I think this is one, two. And they're also set lengths, but I can't remember what the lengths are, so this is going to be a bit tricky. I think that one's fine. Oh! So as you can see, we found the root here, so we can assume it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I found another one. And as you progress through, you end up damaging the plant, and you get less money the more damaged it will be. I think I can shallow dig there.
Which you can see the value at the bottom there.
Yeah. If you hit rocks, it reduces your durability. I could probably dig there. Yeah, look at that.
Why would you want to do this?
A, for pretty good silver. B, because it's fun.
Why would you want to do it now as opposed to before?
Because the Dust to Steel Hoe allows you to shallow dig, and shallow digging allows you to do this, and it checks the square, and you know it is empty. You get so many shallow digs like that. Now I know there's a route here. I can assume it goes like this, probably. So, that was a risky click. I'm not gonna lie. That was a risky click. So I think there's one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
When you say pretty good silver, what do you mean by it?
Oh, come on. Come on. So you can sell the lucky arrows at the end.
We have had shallow dig before, but the amount of shallow digs that you have in the range of it is different.
The amount of shallow digs is considerably higher this time round because the Dust to Steel Hoe is great. Oh, come on. That one goes, I think this one goes up here, right? That makes sense. Yeah. So this one should, unless it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Someone's asking, what is Into the Waves? I saw this comment coming over and over again. Into the Waves is basically the...
How many more have I got?
You good?
One. I got 1 dirt to go. All right.
Into the Waves is basically what we're doing in terms of ramping up for the Heidel Ball. As you've seen in the past 48 hours or so, more information regarding the Heidel Ball will be coming out on our official channels, which will be the website and which will be on the website, YouTube, social media, all those kinds of things. I believe the surveys for Q&As are done with, right? No, nobody's gonna confirm this for me. Cool.
Sorry, I'm just busy.
Yeah.
I just made 1.5 mil playing Minesweeper.
So yeah, the Heidel Ball will be on June 19th. That's what all the Into the Wave stuff is. We're ramping up for it. Q&A time. No, I meant the story. Sorry, I just mixed up my words. But yeah.
Okay, wait. I was gonna pop a bam. Right. So to show Black Gem, we're going to duo. Fail stack should not be consumed if successful. As you can see, no increase, no decrease, only goes up. Sorry, doesn't change because we're using black gems, so you can just smack it over and over again if you're a heathen.
1.5 million, you can now afford a sharp. Agreed.
Yeah, man, 100% worth it. But if I do something with black stones, which would be this bad boy, I guess, right? Yeah, there we go. Throw in that. So this should consume the enhancement chance, right, Trent?
Yeah.
It increased it. It increased it again. All right, 70%, boys. Are we up or down? Are we up or down?
Sir.
Come on. Up or down? Enter the current enhancement chance? No.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for. That's the prime content right there, all the way down. But I will say the one good thing. No. I'm not upset. I'm not upset by this because this actually is proving a point. Using Dust to Steel tools is actually a good way to build your stacks. They share roughly the same thing. If it pops, you can sell it. But using tools as a way to increase your fail stacks is actually pretty good. Look, man. You gotta roll the dice sometime, you know? Sometimes you're gonna fail, sometimes you're not gonna fail. Thus is life. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, you're laughing, but look how much silver I got here. I'm a trillionaire.
This is a test server.
I'm a trillionaire with like 993,000 Kefras.
Oh my god. I didn't know that this is the RNG we would get after I cut my hair.
But yeah, this is a test server, as you can see. And obviously I get the title Hated by the Black Spirit because clearly he has it out for me after that. I mean, yeah, I just look at this. It's just showing me my failures.
Streamer RNG confirmed. Indeed. Indeed.
All right, is there anything else that we were going to show? We showed enhancing. We showed how to fail. Dust to Steel hose.
I mean, it wasn't intended to show how to fail.
No, it wasn't. I wanted it to succeed, but you know,
oh my god.
This is life, man. This is life. Now this is gonna pop first time. Bam. Big brains. Okay.
Oh my god. This is
All right, let's switch back to the camera.
Oh my god. Oh, that made me so happy.
I did that purely because I wanted the Duo Fisher's Cloves. That's why I failed all those attempts. I knew it was just producing the luck I needed for the.
That's true. I have seen on your personal account where you just can't enhance Naru properly.
Mate, Naru's is ridiculous. Oh, someone's saying please fix my Agris. Make sure you actually turn it on. Go into character Agris, press A on that, and a message will appear in the middle of the screen. If it's not refreshing, try restarting. Just turn the game off. Make sure it closes properly, and then starting one more time.
But we'll definitely forward that just in case as well. He's built different, indeed.
I'm built like I was dropped on my head as a baby. I tell you, boys, like, built differently.
Have you tried turning it on and off again? Indeed.
Mate, it's the best way to fix things in IT.
To fix anything. But yeah, that's like I said, this one's going to be really short. The update is quite small.
If you're not, I'm not getting accuracy either. Have you done the quests to unlock it? Might be a thing. There's you unlock it after you reach level 56, I believe.
But I think what they're saying is that it's not refreshing for them. Okay.
Okay. Someone says, "Why can I not sell my Tet Black Star on the central market?" Trent, you were here for this one. Why can someone not sell big money items at the moment?
So high value weapons were temporarily suspended in terms of transactions, so buying or selling, on the central market for an undetermined period of time right now. I think we're still kind of working on some issues that we had found with it. There is an official notice kind of explaining the whole situation regarding that. And so we're taking that quite seriously. And so until we fix that side of it, we can't allow that to happen yet.
Someone wasn't getting Agris to regen after doing Altar of Blood. Ooh. Kashima, can you make a note of that? Someone's Agris wasn't working after Altar of Blood. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
I get blue screen. Right, the blue screen thing with the cannons on PlayStation. Unfortunately, it is a known issue. It is when you use, I believe, the focus fire skill, and if you hold it too long, it causes an issue. I'm not sure if that's getting addressed in this update, but we are aware of it and looking for a fix. In the meantime, if you do normal firing, so you just, instead of focusing down, the one way you can shoot both sides, that won't crash. I know it's not the greatest, and I know it's a really sucky answer, but we are looking into it. We're trying to fix it. I don't think it's getting done in this update. It might, but I don't think so. So we'll be talking about that shortly after the stream because I forgot. But yeah, that's basically why. It's essentially the focus fire is causing some issues. For some unknown reason, we're looking into it. We do apologize for that issue. It's not a great issue to have when we just introduce them. But yeah.
But that is also being worked on quite feverishly. You're telling me I can't play one of the only games because I cannot sell my pen weapon on a class I don't want to play or tag. For the meantime, and we're trying to get that resolved as soon as possible in terms of, and this isn't related to the high value weapons not being able to be sold. That will hopefully be resolved sooner rather than later, but I can't give you an estimation on that time. There was another question that was also coming up about guru boxes, like when do you think it won't be broken? And I don't think it's it comes from a aggressive stance.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear. It's more so that, and correct me if I'm wrong, the guru box turn-ins can net you a reward of Manos related things.
Yeah.
Seeing as how we don't have Manos yet, and I promise you, we're all talking about like if we can move it up the schedule that's kind of like we set earlier this year.
Yep.
If we can move it up the schedule a bit so that the guru boxes can also come in and stuff like that. Right?
Okay, someone was talking about Central Market and its current state. Now, depending on which side of the ocean you are on, there are two different prevailing thoughts. EU generally thinks their market is bad because everything is high priced, whereas NA thinks everything is bad because everything is low priced. So certain things in the central market have actually massively increased value recently. Life skitters out there rejoice because a lot of it has gone up due to bartering and boats. So that's something that, has been working as intended. The weapons and stuff, it's something that, again, we're looking into, but it is supposed to be a player-driven economy within the confines of a centralized market, I would say. Like, there are regulations around the market. But again, it's something that we're talking about. We're trying to get to the bottom of, trying to find a way that maybe makes it a little better, but without a heavy-handed impact. It's a difficult balance to take. But it is something that we are in active discussions about because I agree. I think weapons and accessories should be valued higher, but how can we promote that when people out there, min bid and put in the bids at the lowest price and then turn around and complain that the things that they want to sell are at the lowest price. So it's a difficult thing to balance right there. It's min bidders and min sellers are the two groups. So we have to look into it. We have to see what we can do.
Given the issue regarding the CM, maybe throw in the reroll coupons and stuff. I'll ask about that.
Someone said more silver in hands. Right. More silver in hands hasn't really affected it the way that it should. We've added new grind spots. We've added bartering as a life skill, which is actually kind of profitable. Once you get started, there is more silver in the economy, but it hasn't increased the prices on those weapons because the people who make that money turn around and put in a min bid, and then someone sells it at min. So it's a solution, but whether it's the one that is going to change the central market in the right way is a different story.
How do I say this as well? I get that also, like, Shirna is making these points, and the same with people in chat.
Yeah.
The central market is being monitored feverishly, especially in regards to the high-value weapon stuff. So we're going to keep taking a look at it, and if it's broke, we're going to have to fix it. That's where that is right now.
Yeah.
The other one was in regards, because I mentioned about Manos and stuff. Bartering is supposed to give you Manos as well, but, you know, you release that, so why not the Guru boxes? I can't go too far into it, but essentially one of the, aside from silver, the Manos is one of the better things in that box, and it makes it viable to actually go do that, aside from silver and a couple other things. Whereas bartering still makes you quite a bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, there's a lot of reasons. And like I said, I'm not against the idea of bringing it in. I'm just letting you know what the discussions are happening for us.
So the Black Rust thing, someone reached out to me about it, and I asked about it, and we're unsure here at the moment. We're going to take a look. So then they went and posted on Reddit, and then they went and posted somewhere else, and I saw all three. Again, I don't have an answer to bring back at the moment, but it is being looked into why the Black Rust Daily is not coming back every day. So it's something that we're looking into.
Can you find a way to convince the devs to let us have hard mode Ataraxian with 280 AP, 340 DP? Oh, one thing I'll mention about Ataraxian, right? So
that was the other thing we were going to mention in the state of address.
No, not really. Just more information is going to come out when it comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ataraxian, the hard mode, essentially requires a couple of other things as well that we don't have on console yet. So once that comes in, I think we're going to get hard mode. But with those kind of requirements, I do want it in, though. Like, if people get it, are able to do it or want to do it, they should be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll try and bring that up in conversation as well. But for Ataraxian, like, it sucks to say because, like, I'm part of this company, so it sounds like I'm a shill, but I'm actually really excited for it because it looks kind of cool. I like the mechanics of it.
Yeah, but you won't be able to go and do it because you're too weak. You got no thumbs, mate.
I have thumbs. I just don't have gear.
Same thing.
So, like, I don't mean the hard mode. I mean, like, the regular one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited to try that.
You don't have thumbs for that either.
I got thumbs, man. I got thumbs for days. But, yes. Rewards and stuff, like, I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be for us or for PC in general. Gonna have to take a look at those.
Object Tangled in an Abandoned Net is a quest that you can get randomly through fishing. Open it up and do stuff with it. I can't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, Brush, that's exactly what I said. We need to look into why that's happening. Not that the Black Rust thing isn't an issue.
Yeah.
More that it needs to be looked into as to why it's happening.
Yep.
Kashima, can you hit the blue button, please? My phone decided it doesn't want to work anymore.
Which one am I looking at now?
I love when you guys refuse to acknowledge questions, mate. Okay.
Butter supply box drop rates are way too low.
Can I have full pen armor and just give me an IOU on the central market? I'll pay it back eventually. No.
Our rates for the bar supply boxes shouldn't be different.
No, they're
but
not different.
Yeah, they shouldn't be different, but I'll check it anyways.
It might be related to a few other things that maybe are low, like sailing mastery or bordering mastery and things like that. But I'll check. Could also be the level of your sailors is a bit low. But again, something that we'll look into. I don't know exactly what affects the rates on that, but it should be the same. The trash looter is a simple thing, and as we've said before, it almost made it in until it didn't. So it's still not in at the moment. We're looking into it to make sure that it works as intended.
No news about Khan or Vel at the moment. Someone was mentioning about Garmith heart drops. They're rare. That's the most I can ask. Right.
Can we get an option to remove foliage trees in the node wars in the trees is way out of hand? I mean, if you give the option, then one person will have an unfair advantage, because if I remove it and you don't, you won't see me, but I'll see you. So it's a little bit complicated. Like, if you remove the trees, then one person would have a competitive advantage. If both remove the trees, then you're losing a lot of these strategic elements, and you'll be running into invisible trees because they won't despawn. They will just not be there. So it might be a little tricky if that kind of thing happened.
Can we reduce the duration of CC effects? PvP is just who can CC first. That's a topic for conversation for sure.
Which one?
That's a good discussion to be having. Duration of CC effects and animations and stuff like that. Do you think it'd be possible to bring in the technology to have in-game MP3s to... What? Oh, to have your own MP3s and music files to be played during the game.
That used to be a feature back on, like, the Xbox OG. Like, the OG Xbox. And then I think the 360 had it as well, where you could change your own music. But I don't think it made it into the one.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't want to listen to my music when I'm playing Black Desert in-game. I'd rather have the Christmas song come back.
But if you could put your own MP3s in, mate, then you could listen to the Christmas music all day, every day.
Or I can just make everyone suffer the same pain as me.
Actually, that's much better. That's much better. Yeah. CC is crowd control for those asking. There is a floating tree in Schultz. I'm sure at some point it will be removed or fixed. Generally, we don't talk about those things in detail, but every update generally has like landscape fixes and sound fixes. We don't talk about it in detail because generally, do you really need to know about an abnormal rock in the middle of the desert getting fixed?
Yes.
Look, man, I fought so hard not to have to write out 30 different lines about rocks and trees getting fixed. So no. But yeah, generally there are landscape fixes here, there, and everywhere.
Everyone needs to know about that.
Will Granola accessories be listed in the special borders with the update? I have no idea. That's something I'll have to ask because I didn't check it out. But it maybe. If it's... I'm trying to think. It should be. If it's not, there's a reason it's not.
Is it possible for you guys to look at terrain problems with Rangers descending current?
And also a ton of Zerka skills.
Just terrain issues in general, I believe, has been brought up before and also again more recently. Especially after the balance changes, the focus has shifted to terrain in general.
Yeah.
So I believe that's been brought up quite a few times. I'll push for it again. That's a good shout. Thank you for bringing that up again.
Catch him a blue button. Thank you. For Guru boxes, just keep the current sales. I want to dance on bodies because things are getting out of hand. Season server when it's ready. Pet groups, something we've requested. I believe they're working on a way to make it in.
Season servers when it's in the developer's roadmap as to when that is, and I keep saying this and I'm more and more proud every time I say it. We're still on pace, which makes me really happy. And I do mean this because the last, and I'll come out clean with this, the first two roadmaps we had, first three, because PlayStation had its own as well, before crossplay, the first three-ish roadmaps we had, there were delays and things that didn't make it in, and we tried to explain, like, well, this is what our intended targets were. It's not a guarantee. And I know a lot of people were, sir. And there was a lot of conflict between the community, like users, ourselves, and developers. Do you know what I mean? So like having those roadmaps the way they were. So having this roadmap pan out the way that's been panning out, as well as adding other stuff along the side, has actually made me quite happy. That day I have to explain to you guys that there's going to be a delay on something, I'm going to be very sad, but I would have to.
Cirque Flamebuster said, we know. Again, something that has to come up.
Tamer is fine.
Needs work.
Right? So in terms of that roadmap, that's why I'm like always really getting more and more happy to say like, yo, we are on pace. We are able to do these things.
To be fair, we cut it a little bit close with the old Great Expedition stuff.
No, we didn't.
Nah, it felt like it though.
It was intended.
It felt like it. It felt like we cut it close. Start taxing idle boats. It's something that we brought up again and again and again. Legitimately, I think we should impound them.
Yeah, I really did like that impound idea. Our chat and all of us came up with. I'm not so sure that it'll happen.
But always remember, now this is something that actually came up in the Discord just before I left for home last night. Find ship. That function is a godsend. Basically, make sure if you do any bordering or any boat content to add it to your ring menu. It will allow you to jump up onto your boat behind the wheel instantly.
Yep.
And then once you stop moving and once you your feet are planted, you press it again and you'll automatically hold the wheel, which means if there are 6 boats stacked on top of each other, you can't quite hold your own, the Find Mount button will allow you to jump straight onto your wheel controlling the boat. Also, if your boat gets stuck on rocks, someone was complaining about Way to Island doing this, you can swim a little bit away and then you can summon it and the boat will move.
So
you can unbeach your own boats with the Find Boat function in the ring menu.
As long as you're away from land, so the boat doesn't land up on land.
Don't try and call it on Velia Beach where everyone's fishing and put it on top of them. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Boats are meant to be in water.
Would it be possible to get professional and delay Artisan and Guru until necessary? That is one idea that that we floated as a team. One idea was to delay certain boxes and maybe keep some of the other ones. Again, like a lot of that is in the discussions, but yeah, it's an idea for sure.
Is the end of the Calpheon story fixed? My friends can't do the Camisylvia Temple story quest. Which part are they not able to do? Reach out to support or reach out to CM Shirna or CM Trent on Discord, and we'll be able to help. But it needs to be the person who has the issue due to certain laws. We're not allowed to talk about other people's accounts technically through that kind of stuff. Oceania events. Yeah. It's a difficult thing to schedule because we'd have to do it twice on NA, which means the rewards would have to be balanced around that, but then it'd only be once on EU and once on the Asia server. So that makes it a little more difficult to do in terms of just like the people cost of things. Like, people have to come in to do it. We have to stay up late or get up early to do it. Definitely something we can consider, though, is to add another time slot, possibly.
There are ways around it. I don't want to say, like, yo, man, we ain't going to put in the time to go do this. We want to do more and more community events, which I believe CM Valterra did one last week, our Saturday.
Their Friday.
Right?
Yeah.
It was last week?
Yeah. Because I wasn't here. I wasn't here, so it was last week.
It was last week.
Dude,
2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago.
What? Was it?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Last week.
No. So like not this past Friday, but anyways, they did one, which I actually really liked because it was awesome. I think a lot of people did come out. I think Lord and Zect were also on that.
That was last week.
This past Friday?
Was it not this past Friday?
No.
Oh, it was the Friday. Yeah. Okay.
So we want to do more
I'd say-
community stuff like that. I think for myself and Shirna, we're not suited to do those kind of events because of our quite eclectic style.
Nah, mate. Whenever we run those CM events before, mate.
It's always jank.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
The other one was I wanted to mention on YouTube. Someone was asking, is it possible to rotate node war times? I'm not sure the history on this because I remember for another platform's region, I believe it was on mobile and on a different thing, they did a rotate node war, and I forget what the outcome of that was. But again, something to bring up.
It's not a bad idea, but the time that we have for NA is the one that would allow everyone east to west. Yes, west would have to stay up late. East, would have to stay up later than normal. But the time that we worked out was the one where, in an ideal world, someone could get home from work if they're doing a 9 to 5, let's say, and get on, they have time to relax and get into the house, have something to eat, and then jump in. So that's why it's at around, it's 7. It gives you a little bit of time to get home to do that. That was the original idea behind the time. Rotating it, making it later, making it earlier, it kind of messes with either coast. If you make it earlier, then the west coast won't be able to jump in. If you make it later, the east coast is going to struggle to stay awake, to stay into it. So if it rotates, it's a little bit difficult. As for Europe, rotating it, it's something that we've talked about before, but again, same thing. If you do it towards British summertime or the GMT, it generally has the same knock-on effect as setting it roughly where the the west coast is. I have to keep reminding myself which is west. The west coast of NA is. So that's why we set it around British time, GMT or BST, UTC plus 0. If it moves around too much, it will make people on the far edges of either side, it will make it a little bit more difficult.
The coasts exist.
It's something that we have to really consider.
Whose question am I trying to answer? Oh, no, I missed it. Anyways, I'll get
Any idea when we'll get Arsha Tony? I'm not sure. Honestly, at the moment, not sure.
We are getting closer to it, though. People were talking about guild caps. I still feel like, again, personally, I still feel guild caps may not be the right way to go, but implementing the participation properly and making sure that you can get in and out properly, that would be better.
Acknowledge the value pack thing. Right, I acknowledged it. Again, not my control. It's something that we have asked about, but I don't know. Legitimately, I don't know.
How is it decided which classes get particular costumes during it? I don't know if you mean event or just for sale. Oh man, I hate talking about the pro shop. But in terms of like outfits and stuff, send us suggestions of what you want to see, and then we just forward it to the people who make up that plan. So as long as we take community suggestions as well as kind of balance it with our own ideas, that's how that makes it in.
Small guilds kind of get started if no caps, though. I mean, on one hand, yes, but on the other, like, small guilds do generally make their way up, but you need a group of people who are dedicated to raise it up. If you go hiring every Tom, Dick, and Harry, generally things go wrong because someone might not come back or someone might, like, try and implode it from the inside. But it is possible to bring them in. You just need to have a group of people who are similarly aligned. So yeah,
costume team. No. So what I mean is like the costumes, especially in the case of console, when we see outfits that are coming out on PC, we're like, yo, we want those, and we try to balance that in with us. Where, okay, when can we get this? How do we get this? And we send it to someone on our team to be able to get that in. If there's certain costumes that you would like to see, let Sharon or myself know, and we always send those in. Costume is always another person you can hit up. Valterra, Delphi, all these people like will send these in. Whether or not they make it in, sooner rather than later, is entirely up to the discretion of the people who handle the Pro Shop stuff. I try to stay out of it. Same with Shirna, Kashima, and everyone else. We try to stay out of it as much as we can, because I think it wouldn't be viable for us to do so. Foil, I know which one you're talking about.
Nova has had no new costume in months. I believe Shoedad Black, or one of the Shoodads, was available to her.
But I see what they mean.
Yeah, it's not a new costume, but it's rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Participation guilds and stuff to set their own guild times. I'm not sure if guilds would be able to set their own guild times. It's like, dude, we will meet you around the corner here. It's going to be a little bit tougher, I think.
I mean, guilds, yeah.
You know, GVGs is fine, but I think if you straight up said, like, we will defend this on our time.
Yeah.
It's
And
gonna
you
be
wouldn't
rough.
be able to stagger the individual nodes because it wipes the mobs on that server. Like, if you had, like, let's say, Troll Fortification, Anti-Troll Fortification of, like, 7, and then you had, like, Bree Tree Ruins at, like, 7:30.
Yeah.
It extends the time that things aren't spawning, so it makes it a little bit more difficult there as well.
I think I'm kind of on board with Cedar on this one, where it's just like, yo, I'll meet you at the jungle gym at 6 p.m. Let's go do this thing. It sounds really weird.
It was
to me.
always Pub Car Park for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was the Pub Car Park.
No, for us it was the monkey bars.
Because the Pub Car Park was right next to the bus stop we all got to get up the hill. Because I lived on a 14% incline.
Wait, when were you doing this? Because I was doing this in elementary school.
This is mine was like middle school, high school.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
secondary school for those.
I'm not in university going like me, you, monkey bars. Let's go.
But this is so that like legitimately everyone would get on at the bottom of the hill and get off at the top of the hill. But the Pub Car Park that you waited in, that was Fight Club.
Fair.
Okay.
Merc system when? Oh,
do you
was that
guys
hold on.
Ninja
Merc system was
Patch?
mentioned in the.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't mentioned in
No,
the Red Man.
no.
Then I'll try and push that as fast as I can.
We do not ninja patch.
Yeah.
As a rule, we do not ninja patch. If something
Oh.
does make it in unexpectedly,
Yeah.
we generally update the patch notes because this is something that I said from day one. Like the honesty of like saying what changes in the game is super important, and it is something that like we do not do. We do not want to ninja patch and keep it in the shadows.
I will say this though. Ninja patching to certain people will also mean like you've updated the patch notes after a certain.
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that's what they're talking about, right? So it's happened, right?
Yeah.
It's not so much like we're sneaking it in. It's just that it's been missed. That entire process of how we're doing the patch and stuff, we've tried to address it internally, and I don't want to give too much of behind the scenes stuff, but like we've addressed it internally, tried to make sure that our patch notes are as tight as they are, as well as the event notice and stuff like that. When it does slip, like the Ranger thing, right?
Yeah.
The Ranger character balance that should have been last week didn't make it in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right? So something got busted with that, and we're like, crap, we got to put it in this time. But, you know, that means we had to ninja patch that out of the patch notes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
So, like, I understand when people are saying, like, you guys do ninja patch, but I don't think they mean it like you're malicious about
Yeah.
it.
So for me, ninja patch is where you just add something in and don't tell anyone about it.
Oh, okay.
That's a ninja. That's a ninja patch in my mind.
Yeah. I think it's more about
The changing of patch notes. Okay.
So we've been trying to finalize that as much as we can because, like, as Shirna said, honesty is one of our, main policies. I say that with a laughter, but it is what it is. And when we make mistakes, we gotta own it. So yeah.
Someone said, I can't wait for the Hydro Ball. It's coming so quick. I know about it. It's killing me. Can we get an updated class modifier list? It's something that I will keep asking about.
The match lock, a different match lock, and then it got crossed out. When will we get it?
The match log that got crossed out?
Which match lock got crossed out?
Would it be the blue one? Did the blue one accidentally
Yeah.
make it? It'll be in this update probably, right?
If it's the blue grade one, it'll make it in this one. You know, fingers crossed. But yeah.
Okay. Trent put in a word. The Hydro Ball. We have no say. We're just there.
We exist.
We exist.
So
When-
I've seen this as well about the in-game TOS stuff, account sharing and stuff like that. When it comes to that kind of thing, as much as we are monitoring and trying our best to go with that, I think also player reports are helpful. And it's crappy to say because I think people are going to be like, well, you guys should be doing your job. But I think also like when players send in tickets, that helps us kind of like narrow things down as well.
It's not a blue match lock.
It's a different one?
I can't remember which one it was that got
Okay.
crossed out.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that. We're very far behind from PC. We are. I would say it like this. We are from. We're quite behind PC, but I also look at it from the other way, where it's like, dude, we ramped up a lot, and I'm pretty excited about that. And I still say this. I think console is heading in a very good direction.
Yep.
Albeit maybe not at the speed that some people may prefer, but given the amount of things that we've been getting and the way that our roadmap shaped up, I feel more confident in console as a whole, as opposed to when crossplay came out and we were like, right, we got to slow things down. Yep. Here's a wagon.
All right.
So, yeah.
Since people are talking about Jay's Hammers, Kashima, can we have the coupon code?
Don't introduce it like that. That's not what this is.
It's not going to be the Jay's Hammer, right? We're not releasing Jay's Hammers. I don't know when they'll be in. That's not for us to say. But coupon code Blue Grey Gear now. You will get your Late's precious gift. Almost as good as a Jay's Hammer. Almost as good. That is how you segue, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it.
That is the worst way to do it.
Look, man, you just build them up just to break it down. It's like Jenga. You just build it up, and then you just push it down. Nobody plays the actual game of Jenga.
Right. A community manager has just said, what you do is build up the community. And then you push them over.
Yeah.
We all have different philosophies on how we build this community.
Look, everyone, look. Chat's going off. If my KPI was the amount of messages in chat, mission accomplished.
They're going off on you. Like, it's very different.
Sir, if my KPI was the amount of messages in chat, doesn't matter what they're saying. Just the numbers. Welcome to the wonderful world of business where KPIs, but doesn't affect us at all. Oh, I love KPIs. Okay, enhanced graphics for the Series X. It's something that is...
And you wonder why we don't trust you. I absolutely agree.
I hope you trust me regardless. Can we 1v1 now? Sure. But the Series X or the enhancements on each platform, we don't have any news for you. As us, maybe in the future, I don't know. But legitimately, we have no idea at the moment between the two of us. But yeah.
Regardless of if we did, like I said before, and in the vein of honesty, I think that announcement coming from me and Shirna wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Even if we do know things, I don't think it would make sense for us.
Someone said, like, it doesn't matter about us. We're just numbers. There's a reason we don't have KPIs for this.
Yeah.
We don't have, like, we just work. But no, legitimately, we do actually take the trends. Kashima sits there. Let's all just take a second and thank GM Kashima for sitting through the chat. He takes down all your notes. He copies and pastes your comments, your things that aren't there. He is our trend collector. He also bans a few people, but that's besides the point. He blames it on Moobot, but it's generally him. But Kashima does legitimately take things that we miss.
Our main goal was
that
to be
we
honest.
look at after.
Yeah, Kashima's our boy, and if you guys remember from the last stream where we went an hour and a half long on patch notes, Kashima had to sit there, listen to us go through the patch notes, and take your trends. So like, Kashima's a boy. Kashima doesn't like the Sly emotes. I don't like them either. Get your naked Slies out of here, man. No, I think that's Moobot too. I'm pretty sure that's Moobot. But yeah, he's our boy. I heard he follows BDO Wizard Mike on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, I tried following a lot of you guys.
Yeah, people we see, we generally follow because it allows us to quickly watch you back later on.
It was a sniper rifle that got crossed out. Okay.
The sniper rifle, not the matchlock.
There was a functional issue with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a functional issue. Again, that's actually something I haven't asked about in quite a while.
I submitted a ticket about Prime Gaming. I didn't receive the items. Yeah, send that ticket, and then the people at the Sports Center will be able to kind of track that out better than I would, for sure. I don't. I'll say we, but definitely me. I don't really respond on Discord as much. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been rough, but
it's been. Here's the thing. It's been, as you saw with the last patch note, that was quite huge, and then me taking a week off after puts a little bit more strain on him. I'll take the strain when it's his turn to go off.
We try to alternate, but like recently it's been tough for me. So for that, I'm genuinely sorry about it. I want to make sure that. How do I say this? There was a time, and I'll say this part. There was a time on our Discord where people felt that we were always on Discord within the community, and said that like, dude, if you're here, what are you doing behind the scenes? You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's for me, it's really tough to balance that right now. Given the things that we are doing behind the scenes, and then like, okay, we got to make sure we put it up front. So hopefully that works out. Though he's like, I know who wrote that. Yeah. So hopefully I can get that balanced up better. I have been better about commenting on people's YouTube videos and stuff, and following people on Twitch and seeing them actually play and stuff. Seeing a lot of you newer players just play and enjoy what it is that you're doing, as opposed to how do I say this, like stressing out about a certain path, you know, to glory. I saw a lot of you guys also within chat, YouTube and on Twitch, because a lot of these names are the same people who are commenting and talking in people's chats, help the newer players a lot. That is super appreciated, especially when I'm not there to try and give help and whatnot. A lot of you guys are very helpful, and that actually makes me really happy.
Okay, so, someone asked if we could take down, turn off the Black Spirit Rage smoke that pops around you when your Black Spirit Rage is at 100%.
Nah, you missed it.
I was going to say just consume it, just to burn it. But I'm not sure.
Oh, but I think they mean the graphical option in general, right?
Yeah. Like turn it off. Like if you're taking screenshots and then you hit it, you get that weird smoke around you, and you're like, well, I had my 1 in 100 screenshot, but now it's wasted.
Could equip, unequip, but that is a graphical option. Maybe we could turn off.
You can unequip and re-equip, but it's something that we'll ask. Yeah, someone says like it looks sick. Yeah. Everyone has their own thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. What did we miss from the stream? Because it's been a while since we talked about patch notes. Basically, it's a very small update. Blue grade life skill mastery items are coming in. A couple of fixes here and there.
Bartering is added to the ring menu.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. It's like I said, it's a very small update this time around.
Yeah. Okay.
The option of leaving the central market, the message that pops up sucks. Does anyone disagree?
Nobody disagrees.
No.
Some people might.
There are people who disagree. But I would like for that to be a toggle. Oh, sorry. For those of you that don't know, Kashima, thank you. For those of you that don't know, our maintenance is not tomorrow.
It is today. Later. It is in a few hours' time. The maintenance has been moved.
Oh, sorry. Which question did I miss? Dang, actually, hold on. Which one am I missing?
No idea. Screen's too bright.
Oh,
turn down your own
Sage
settings.
Awakening nerf in this patch? No. I went over the character balance stuff. So it's basically character balance wise. There was a fix for Ranger that was supposed to make it in last update, and it didn't make it in this update. That's the only thing that's coming in.
Yeah.
Tentatively. So yes.
So.
Sorry, I apologize for not doing that.
EU, it will be 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. For North America, it will be 11 p.m. till 3 a.m. And if you're in the Asia region, GMT plus 9, it will be 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. Thank you, Kashima, for that. Delete the content when? Dude, no idea. Pro Shop update tonight. It generally happens at the same time, so I assume it will be tonight. But yeah, I guess. Yeah, the barcode names, I mean, we're going through and they are being changed very slowly. We're trying to develop something that will automatically flag them.
There's that, as well as, in particular to that specific case, those names have been sent, and I believe it got lost in the midst of certain things, so we've sent them again. They're in the process, like Shirna said, are in the process of being changed, as well as developing a tool so that we can actually get ahead of the curve on that.
4 p.m. to 8 p.m. for Oceania. I mean, it depends where in Oceania you reside, because some places use GMT +9, some places use GMT +11. So it depends whereabout you are from for the Asia server.
The other thing someone was asking about was, I remember this earlier, in terms of features from mobile or other platforms or games or whatever, can we have those in? On the console team, whether it's CM, GM, or whatever, we try to look at other platforms and see, okay, for console, if we can get something like this in, that'd be dope. And when we bring it up with the devs, and they're like, wait a minute, this would be sweet on all platforms and make this work. Or they'll be like, nah, that don't work. It's a massive conversation that needs to happen. So mobile class skills are more likely than not to make it into PC or console. And the reason I say that is because the UX for those skills are quite different, but we keep bringing it up because I know a lot of the shy skills on mobile people really like in terms of like range and animation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Same thing with Zerker and stuff like that. So we bring that up as much as we can and then go from there. You guys should do a devs match against some top players like last year. Did we do that? We didn't do that. If you mean me and Shirna versus like people on console, that's a wash.
No, because like the PlayStation versus Xbox one we did just after crossplay, that would actually be kind of fun.
Oh, that was really fun. I genuinely enjoyed that. And it would be kind of great to do that again. Ooh, that'd be kind of great. Yeah, okay.
See, I brought this up with you privately a few weeks ago, and you were like, nah, bruv.
But now it's public, so I said, yeah.
Right. For future self, whenever I have an idea, bring it up on stream.
Bring it up publicly so I can't say no. No, I think I said...
Oh, Shirna was on Shirna Island. That was the Arsha Challenge.
That was the Arsha Challenge where, like, everyone would go... I was first round, you were second round, Hexe was third round.
No, it wasn't Hexe, it was,
it was
Costa.
Hexe. No. It was Hexe. For NA, it was Hexe. For EU, it was Costa, I believe. Something like that.
Got stumped.
Yeah, we couldn't kill them. No. You guys could kill us. Like, when we did the 3v3s, where it was, like, my team versus your team.
Yeah.
We were hunted. Like, we were the first ones wiped out.
And to be fair, it wasn't particularly difficult to wipe us out.
No, it wasn't.
One stray arrow from a ranger, and we were, like, half HP.
Yeah, I think at that time, we got wiped.
Yeah. But that was because we aimed it at a way where, like, anyone could join in, and then, like, the people who did join in were like...
I remember that one time I got someone in, and he just started promoting his life skilling guild, and he came in with a fishing rod and stuff.
And survived.
Like, yeah.
He was the last one down. Yeah, I remember that. It was
that was cool. I actually really like the idea. Maybe we can kind of tune that and make that work. That's actually a really slick idea. Can we get a stream recap? I got on too late. Very small update. Gear. Yeah, very small update.
Why hasn't the arena modes from mobile been added? I mean, different games, different ways of playing.
It has been suggested. We have been talking about it. Like, when I say it's been suggested, I guess I've come clean on this. Or not clean, but I'll explain this. When we say it's been suggested, it doesn't mean that, like, hey, Jazangnim, let's go do this. And he says, no. That's not what it means. I should find a better word for it. It's always been brought up in discussion. And I would like to believe that nothing is like a final no. Because a lot of things that we've done the stances have changed.
For example, Dream Donkeys.
Donkeys.
That was all right, full story time. Because we asked Jessok about that, and it was a very firm no.
Yeah. I would, I'll come clean. So on Discord, right, a lot of you guys would send me
A lot. Ways.
Fan art, but I say art very loosely. So like, I would send fan art of what a dream donkey would look like, and I would just like send once a week to Jezangnim, and send it to him, and it's like, hey, how about this? Until the point he told me stop, like full stop, and he wrote it in English. And then we were talking one time, and he was just like, dude, like no, and we would keep trying to warm him up to it. And I would stop DMing him, and I would just tell him. And then it finally happened. So a lot of our stats is like dungeons. You know, I think early on we said never a dungeon, never a dungeon, never a dungeon.
I believe that was one of the early iterations of like the Cal Film Ball.
Yeah.
Where it was like, it's probably never going to happen. I believe it was like 2018, early 2019.
So when we say that it's being discussed or it's been suggested, it's never, I would like to believe it's never a super no, like 100% no. I think it's just a no at this time. Maybe we can think about it later.
It's not even a maybe. Like, stances change. Everyone
Yeah.
knows that, like, as time progresses, things change. Like, maybe you warm up to an idea because maybe about the Dream Donkey, Jessok was having sleepless nights. Maybe he was visited in his dreams by a flying donkey. We'll never know.
For those of you who are suddenly writing Doombo,
Doombo! Yo!
no. It has been suggested.
A long time ago.
It has been suggested. And
No, Dumbo was suggested, not Doombo.
no, Doombo was suggested.
Oh, was it?
I basically took one of the fan art that our Discord get, and I just put an elephant in the back. And Jezangnim has yet to respond to me or any of my other messages.
About that specific topic.
About that specific topic.
Yeah.
So like whenever I ask him like, hey, what about this stuff? And he's like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. What Doombo? And he's like, AFK. So yeah.
But it is one of the things that I do want to actually bring up here is that, like, a lot of people assume that it's all business when you're working. It's hardcore. Anyone who has worked in an office knows that you have to have a little bit of a laugh and a joke because it breaks tension. It, you know, breaks the ice. With certain things, we'll use them as an introduction to talk about something else. So we'll be like, hey, how about dream fish? And they'll be like, what? And then you talk about something else on top. Like, it is work, but obviously around that you have things where you need to try and break the ice, or you want to try and just, like, you know, raise a mood here and there or get a smile. Yeah. So, like, we make it, like, this whole section makes it sound like we just mess around. It's not 100% true.
That's what it's called. Water cooler talk.
Water cooler talk. Yeah, water cooler talk.
So yeah, we try our best to kind of forward as many as we can, even with like some. And I say this lovingly. Some of the more absurd ideas that our community has come up with, we try to say them, but like frame it in a different way, possibly. But dude, like some of the greater ideas come from the absurdity of things. So that part's really good. People are asking, like, is this for PC or is this for console? This is for console. I don't think we should not do PC streams. No. We're
not trusted with that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that the PC community, in the way that they interact on stream, is more organized thought than our community and ourselves.
Neutral. So one of the things I'm going to ask you this because this might be fun. What has been the most weird request you've had that you're allowed to talk on stream? Because mine was more male underwear. And I was like, yo, that's not a bad request. Like, have you got any examples? That was the mistake right there.
The male underwear one?
No, saying, have you got any examples? I was expecting, like, you know, Amazon listings, maybe with, like, you know, the just cut out mannequin stuff. Yeah. It was an eye-opener. And
right. You showed me
I showed you. It was an eye-opener. And I did forward the request. Like, I do forward a lot of requests.
Yeah.
But instead of sharing the screenshots with it, I said, hey, if you want to see any examples of what people are looking for, ask me. because I'm not putting it in Slack.
Male Thong Wen. Dude, if I can get Cisco to sing,
Oh, yo.
I would be so down. Cisco or Drew Hill, I would be so down for this to happen.
Yo, I'm 100% down on that.
The weirdest request that I got, or like in terms of the realm of absurdity, would honestly, it's a little bit more tame, but I would honestly say Dream Donkey, because like that came out of nowhere, and when it happened, I would mention it as a joke to Jesong, and then when we were actually talking about it, he was like leaning into the idea more, like, okay, what if we did it this way or did it this way? And they'd be like, no, let's not do that. So that was probably the weirdest or most absurd idea that started to really flow things through. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was really fun.
Discord.gg/playblackdesert is our URL for Discord for those who are asking.
Yeah.
Female with pants costume is something that we have honestly died on a hill for. Something that I actually kind of want more, but there are also the people who are on the opposite side, where it's like, bro, why would I want pants? I made those legs. I want to see those legs. So there are two sides to everything. But again, that opinion has been heavily pushed forwards in terms of different things.
The hide pets thing, yes. Been asking. It was essentially, think of it like this: like a function came in, it was like hide pets, and it did not hide what was intended.
The border on Shirna Island should be changed to me and the Guardian. It should be changed to a bearded Guardian.
Kind of send that to Jesong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do we go about that one?
And we mix it with the other idea where it's like Python briefs when.
Python briefs exist.
But like, what about an elephant form?
Not that kind. That, weirdly enough, was not one of the suggested outfits.
No, because I think they actually took it seriously. Like, what about this?
They did.
Right?
And I was like, yo, these are things I would never thought, I've never seen in my life, but I like the idea.
Yeah.
Just, I wasn't prepared when I walked in on a Tuesday morning to see that kind of stuff. I made my sister screensaver Borat, and she has no idea how to change it. Very nice.
I like that. All right, cool. But yeah, like a lot of those suggestions, when you guys send them in to us, whether they're absurd or like super serious or super awesome or whatever the case may be, we try to just make sure that we send in what we can, and try and push for them hard, like as hard as we could. I think having us as in-game NPCs, as much as I love the idea, I wouldn't necessarily want it, because how do I say this? I'll say it like this, right? When it comes to like me not answering my Discord and stuff like that, or like Shirna being away from Discord for a while, one of the things that I've liked about our community is that in our absence, community's dope. Like, for like, you know, you have some outliers here and there, but the community is really sweet. Whether it's Discord, Twitch, YouTube, whatever the case may be, in-game, whatever, the community handles themselves. And I think that, as a community manager, is the ideal space that we should encompass, where in our absence, community is fine, and when we're there, it works out as well.
That comment got me. Donate some of your hair to give Croc beards.
My hair wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got to donate like 35 centimeters, so it was dope.
So the 66 GM node, I've been gone. Did it go out?
66 GM note?
The level 66
I
GM
believe
node?
so, yeah.
It went out?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to change the
66
pictures.
GM note went out. That will need to change.
Aqua, I'm sorry, son.
Let's circle back to video-related content. I'm sorry. Improved sailboats not being able to do cannon damage.
Improved sailboats. No. Wait. What?
And what about using volley without aiming, stopping sailboats from sailing? Ooh, I need to check that.
Using volley doesn't stop the boat. At least what I found. Someone knocking on the window?
Do you want me? Someone?
Oh, was it just the... Oh, I thought someone was not... We're on the 6th floor. I thought someone was knocking on the window and both of us are freaked.
Yep.
Both of us are freaked.
I was freaked out, man. That was not cool.
Oh. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about.
GM notes?
Oh, GM notes. No. We stopped that. Sorry if I got lost on a train of thought. I legitimately just had a heart attack.
That freaked us out. Yeah.
Yeah. Work or auto drink beer is something that we've asked before. Added to the photo album. I mean, yeah.
Will we get an update in 2 weeks, or is Heido Ball bumping it? I don't entirely. I gotta double check this, right? So, our update schedule encompassing like where Heido Ball falls and stuff. Have to double check. I believe an announcement should be made relatively soon in terms of how the updates are gonna go or something like that. But we'll have to check. If the coupon is not working, make sure that you're on console. If you're on console and it didn't work, send a ticket for it.
Yep.
And then they can figure that out and get you the item, hopefully, if it worked out properly. And stuff
Someone
like that.
asked about the Black Rust thing being every 3 days on console again. We mentioned this earlier. We're unsure why. We will ask around about it. That's the Tears of the Ocean thing. We'll ask about it. I legitimately don't know why that's the case. So we'll go find out. It may be an issue. It may be intended for now. We'll find out. And when we do, we'll try to let you know.
Barter support RNG boxes also have no info text in English. So basically what ended up happening was with the... How do I explain this without it being busted?
Kashima, can you get the code for me for the barter support box?
The barter support boxes don't have information in English, primarily because of like the content that went in with the last update. There was a lot of it, and one of the, I guess, like, language files for items that was regarding barter support boxes didn't make it in for English. Apparently for French, it was fine, Korean was fine, Japanese was fine, German was fine, Spanish was fine, Russian was fine. But, yes. So, hopefully that gets in sometime soon.
We'll find out if it's this update.
I want to say soon. Hit me.
Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, please. An update coming soon.
Yep, gonna have to check that off sometime soon.
Yeah. Unless the language file wasn't done this time around.
Why is horse repair the first repair in the tent? It is not anymore. Their technology has returned for that. When are we doing the next tier 9 horse? All I can tell you is that our roadmap is right on pace. I love that we can say that. It finally makes me happy. But yeah, in terms of...
You've received the Sailor's Book prompt, but nothing in the inventory. The Sailor's Book thing. I've noticed this myself, so I'm going to just quickly check.
Kashima, that is not the trend. That is one user who wrote that. Sir, we need a Kashima Appreciation Day. I agree. That's not the trend. Give us an option to lower graphics. We say this often, but I still want it in, whether it helps performance or not. I still want it in because I particularly like low-res games in the first place. Black Rust Quest is working as intended. It's a 72-hour cooldown. Does that mean
It is a 72-hour cooldown.
Does that mean our patch notes need to upgrade that? Okay. Maybe, or update that.
It is supposed to be. Okay. So the sailing book, I believe that's experience for your sailor, but I'll double check because I noticed that myself and I just completely forgot to check it when I got into the office yesterday.
Anything about inconsistencies with jumping when having to press A button to proc certain skills? I imagine you mean... I want to say Tamer. Tamer has that issue at times. Not the A button, but with one of the upward claws, I think. But I think different classes have different gaps in which that's possible. I know some classes are far more technical where you have to time it properly and exactly. And other classes, you have a little bit more of a leeway or affordance. I will bring that up. I wonder. Okay. I don't know how many people are going to respond to this, but I particularly like the classes that have. There's a certain point you have to press it. There's like less affordance is better for me. I like that more, but I know some people won't like that.
Sheriff system is still in the oven, I believe. So let that continue to cook. When it is ready, it will be revealed to everyone.
Please allow us to disable gather loot option when grinding interferes with skills. I imagine you mean awakening skills when you're in succession. I agree. Gonna have to ask about it. Because I know we asked about it before to disable it, but I think the implementation of it was going to be really awkward. It was going to make it worse, essentially, in terms of the UX. So, yeah.
Strike and Nimbus Strike has to be activated nearly right away. Yeah, certain ones have like a very... Yeah.
When do we get Friend of CM title? I think when we hold that event, I have to start friending people again.
We'd have to find out what was done for it.
Yeah.
Which one?
Caution one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely...
It's an event.
It's an event that we have to ask for it.
It has to be added in a different way. It's not like certain things aren't automatic.
Yeah.
Okay, secret sailing book gives experience to character and sailor of 1%. It does not go into your inventory. There we go. That's what I thought it was. I did just quickly check and it was that. So, yeah.
I just want to be friends too.
So when you get it, you get sailing EXP. That's what I was assuming. That's probably why I didn't check it straight away. Can you fix the crash when switching characters and joining Red Battlefield on PS5?
That's a specific issue per account.
Yeah, so please send a ticket about that.
That one's a specific issue. The quest to get a Tear of the Ocean is a 1-day cycle on PC. Why is it different on console where it's a 3-day cycle?
Someone just said it was a 3-day cycle on PC as well.
No, they meant console. For PC? Because it changed. So PC's quest changed, I believe? I don't remember, but basically we're trying to change that quest in general. It was supposed to have changed, or it is changed. Can't remember. I'm losing my mind with this.
Yeah, I don't remember. I went to sleep.
What if we get an event where certain high-end grind spots become weaker for a certain amount of time? Become weaker? I guess you could do that with Olvia.
What was it?
Like, if high-end grind spots become weaker during a certain period of time, so, like, that would also affect your drops and whatnot. So, like, you know how PC has, like, Elvia servers?
Yeah.
What if you had the opposite? But that would be Olvia. Like, if we were to implement it...
That would be kind of weird in general.
If we were to implement it, I believe that would be Olvia. But where it would happen... but I'm gonna have to ask for it. Lots of clothing, please. So bored of the clothes that you have right now. That'd be interesting. I think more appealing.
Lord Wolf clearly played Final Fantasy VIII. I want a gun sword.
Yeah, fair.
Gun blades, man. Have you ever seen like people trying to justify how the gun blade would work? The dumbest stuff, man. It's magic, all right?
How's the feedback from most recent nerfs and buffs? From all the people that I've been speaking to and watching and kind of listening in on, because people were revamping their tier lists and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of people that are they contend certain parts of it. Like, I like this one. No, I don't like it. This is trash. This is good. This is not. I think for the most part, and the thing that makes me the happiest with it is most people agree that this was a big change that helped with readjusting the meta.
Yeah.
And to try something different is a good thing. Granted, there's going to be problems. I'm sure people already found some or are going to find some, and the meta will change around that. But I think the thing that I take away from it is like, people are happy that we tried something different and made it work. Whether or not you agree with certain changes, specific ones, there's always going to be a debate with that, but for the most part, people like the fact that we did something with it. So
Are we getting the Termian event anytime soon? It is summer soon.
soon.
It's another couple of weeks away for summer. The Termian event, I don't know. But yeah.
Next gen related stuff. Why is optimizing the game for next gen not on your list of priorities? Optimization in general is on our priority list. So here's what I always say about next gen stuff. I think that if we just straight up did it right away when next gen consoles came out, yo, old gen, you're out, new gen, get on in. It wasn't gonna be okay. And I still say this, within the industry that we're in, I think users and players would understand. They may not agree with it, but they're like, yeah, I mean, that's par for the course in the industry. I like that we're still trying to help our old gen peeps.
Yep.
Whether it's PS4 or Xbox, and also have it available on PS5 and Xbox Series X. That being said, a native version, I understand that other companies are going with that route. If we have information on that, that'll come through official channels and whatnot.
So Chelsea was like, what do you mean? It's 106 in California. Summer technically doesn't start until June 21st. And it finishes September 23rd.
Is there a way for you guys to see how many are accessing on different type of consoles?
We do generally have that data, yes.
Yeah, we have that data. It's possible.
But it would be something that we would not be able to release as far as I know.
We wouldn't be able to disclose it, but that information comes from our communications with those specific platforms and whatnot.
So we do have them. We do have that data. It is something that we look into. Why can't we fire cannons under level 50? What? Why can't we fire cannons under level 50 so that we can shoot? Not just
For PvP stuff. Interesting.
I need to double check that. I didn't think that was a thing. It might have been done to stop people just being canoes.
And I think Shirna also mentioned this in terms of like next gen related things that had this been in normal times, like when the N64 came, or N64 is a bad idea, when the Super Nintendo came out, everyone upgraded towards that. Like the stock was available during that time. N64 was more than available.
Well, I mean, the thing is, there's exponentially more gamers now than there were back then.
As well as
gaming
because
has prioritized itself in people's lives a lot differently.
Well, it's not just gaming, right? It's become an entertainment system.
Yeah.
Like if this can do everything that I would need individial devices for, I'd rather conglomerate into one.
And then we also walked into basically a silicon shortage.
Yeah. So given those variables, I like that we're still prioritizing both platforms and generations. Anything?
Logia Blue Gear. It's not Logia Blue Gear. It is called Granoa, or it has like a special name depending on an NPC, like Creo's fishing outfit. Those are the Blue Gears. Basically, you can buy them from the normal vendors that you can buy the Logia from, or you can buy them from normal material vendors as well.
PS5 crashes, checking on it. Also, I do want to say that Christian of Hellfire on Twitch is correct. When you send in clips, you can upload it on YouTube if you have a YouTube account and send us that link, right? You're able to do that as long as it's not private, because private you would have to add an email to allow people to see it or something like that. Unlisted is fine, public, whatever, right? Just send in that link. That's perfectly okay. What you can also do is Xbox has the game DVR stuff, right?
Yep, gamerdvr.com, I believe. Then search your gamer tag, and if your settings allow it, they automatically upload or take your uploads. Yeah. So you'll be able to quickly find it there. I think it has a shelf life of 30 days. So we generally try to get them, but that's the best way to upload clips.
4K option, aware of that issue. But yeah.
The 4K stuff, honestly, we know about. It is something that we've brought up. There have been, since the beginning, there's been a lot of effort and focus on not 4K. Because when the game launched, 4K TVs were a dream for some people.
Yeah.
Now that 4K has become more popular, and with the rise of PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they've become more available. So may need more work
Yeah.
put into it and more looking into, but we'll see how it goes.
How's the Hide Ball looking? Pretty exciting. I like it.
All I know is I got to be there.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah. We're. I think Hide a Ball is gonna be fun. Especially like that's what the Into the Waves thing is. Into the Waves is about Hide a Ball because that's the thing. Hide a Ball into the waves. All of that will be there, and I think people are gonna enjoy it. I'm very sorry for people who are gonna be awake at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to watch all of it, but.
So
I appreciate all
someone's
these
asking about this. The Into the Abyss shirt came from 2019's E3 event. I did not go. I was not available at that time to go to E3. But a person who went was kind enough to bring me one back because I asked for it and because I actually really like the design of it. So Into the Abyss is the shirt from E3 2019.
It's not a company requirement to
It's
wear
not,
that.
No. I mean, last time out, I wore the Bear With Me stream, the Bear With Me T-shirt. So I mean, oh no, that was the one before last.
I think if we had company requirements on how we're supposed to look, you wouldn't see the long hair for a long time or anything of this.
You literally just wouldn't see this.
This duo would not exist if we had standards and appearances.
I was just gonna. You could have just ended it at standards.
This company has standards.
It does, but they kind of go whoop around us, you know.
Avoids us like the curve.
Mate, it's a good job I'm good at limbo. Duck right under that standards line. Dream horses, more dream horses like Doom and stuff like that will be coming in the future. I said that in French for our French compatriots.
Yeah, that was an attempt.
I have the shirt from the E3 2018 still, unless I just threw it away because, I think I have it around somewhere.
Does bartering have mastery? If not, would there be bartering EXP clothes?
There is not.
Yeah.
I believe there is not. As far as I remember, I legitimately don't know, but I don't think there are.
Yeah, but I would check the tab. You can go in game, check the tab. If it's there, then there should be stuff. Where did it go?
Do you guys do a dance after certain hours of work to relax again? No. That's what alcohol's for.
Dance would, dude. Dance would give me more stress. I think. I'd rather play sports or games or do something.
Buttery has mastery but no clothes.
There we go.
There we go. I knew it was something like that. Decreases parlay per use. I just thought that was level. Smart. Can we get 1v1 contest? Something that we're working on behind the scenes or trying to get moving.
Yeah.
What do you guys do after you're done from work? I go home and look after my kids and then I go play Black Desert. Rinse and repeat 5 days a week. On the weekends, I go out with my kids and then play Black Desert.
I think with a certain vein of honesty, for me, is like there are times when, the last update, when that update day finally finished, we're like, okay, nothing else is broken. Nothing's broken. We fixed everything we could. This is perfectly fine. Massive update and all that kind of stuff. I just needed a day away from the game. I was like, no, I'm good. So when it comes to not playing Black Desert at times, I'll just read or rest or study or do something like personal projects and whatnot.
Someone's asking about the different locations for the potion, the infinite potion things. I'll bring it up. Don't know when it'll be, but I'll bring it up because we were waiting for Sikrai and Prodi and stuff like that to come in. Now that they're in with Star's End, it might be possible to run. We'll go ask.
What was it? What did we miss out of the update? Life Skill Mastery Blue Gear.
AFK fishing doesn't count as playing Black Desert, Shirna. I don't AFK fish, man. I barter. I've been doing a lot of bartering. I've been talking about it. Bartering is cool. I don't know why I like it. It's one of those things. I don't know why I like it. I'm making zero money at the moment from it, unless I sell the occasional level 5. But, dude, I think in my past life I must have been a pizza delivery guy. because I'm enjoying it for no reason. I don't understand why it's so satisfying to do. Maybe it's the logistics side of things, but like I do grind.
Did you enjoy playing? This is not a competitor, so I can say this name. Did you enjoy playing Crazy Taxi?
Yes.
That's exactly why.
Yeah. No, it did. Bottering is actually weirdly fun. I don't know why it's fun, but it is. Will we ever get Farinas as mounts? I believe this was brought up in the last Calpheon Ball.
They said it's highly unlikely, but they'll. Again, it's always in the back of their mind. Is there a chat monitoring? So in terms of chat and moderation in game and whatnot, we have people that scour and try their best to go at it. But as I said before, and I'll keep bringing this up, I don't mean this in a negative way. Send in reports. I think the tickets definitely help us. Like, yo, this is happening here, and then they go check the history and the logs and whatnot. And go.
Does Crazy Taxi have mansions? Because we don't. It'll be talked about in the future. Rulipy logs and if adventure logs in general, the other adventure logs, they will come over time. Yes, it's probably past time that they get added, but we have to make sure that things are done the way it is. In the future, we'll bring it up and we'll say like, hey, what about Dave's log? What about like Rulipy, the next step? And I think we touched on it when we launched Rulipy, which was like, why do we only have the 5,000 quest cap? Why is it there? Why didn't you just go all the levels? One of the reasons was like, one of the main key points of feedback we got when we launched it on PC was like, holy heck, 30,000 quests, I'll never be able to get that.
Yeah.
I'm out. And like, we looked at that and was like, okay, well, that's not exactly the best way. Like, if we do it over time, maybe it'll be better.
Yeah.
So I guess
to ramp up the limits and stuff like that.
So that might be something that we learned over time. Obviously, you still progress towards those totals so that when Rulipy comes out, you'll instantly get those rewards. But yeah.
No, I agree about the chat moderation stuff as well. Like, each case is looked at it in a individual light, as much as I can say about that. Can you bring up the key from the Novus questline? I feel like it has been forgotten about. It hasn't. It'll be important eventually.
Is there something wrong with Velcro? I once told a joke about Velcro. Right. Velcro may not have been the problem. The joke around the Velcro may have been the issue.
Yeah.
Because I know a few Velcro jokes. The Velcro isn't the issue in those jokes.
I can say this from personal experiences at the airport. The joke as a whole is important. It's not the words that you use. If you say a certain joke at the airport, given who I am, security guards may take you to a special interrogation room. It's very different.
This flight is going to be the bomb. Very different depending on who says it.
No, like the word bomb is okay. The joke around that word is what got me in trouble. Will we ever bring in pen engraving? Asked on YouTube, as well as the 1v1 tournament. 1v1 tournaments, we've answered. It's something we're always thinking about trying to make it happen. Pen engraving. When did I remember this was supposed
to come?
We
brought that up about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I'll bring that back up. But yes, that one's odd.
Narrow gear upgrades. Narrow gear upgrades come with seasonal servers. More on that when it comes.
Yeah.
Sheriff system, we already answered. It's still in the oven. It's still cooking. We're still baking it. Changes might be made. It might be dropped. We don't know. But it's still being cooked at the moment.
Yeah. Naru grade upgrade when? Those exist. We call that Gruno. I'd go for that. There are many vaccinations. Oh, dude. Okay, so just to explain, because people always ask like, why aren't you guys taking off your masks and stuff? We're not in the States, nor Canada, nor EU, where like vaccination rollouts have been better. We're in Korea, and our vaccination rollout has been different as compared to other nations of the world, and so we're doing our due diligence to stay safe.
Good point.
Yeah.
Though I've been stuck with tests, man. That
Canada still has masks. Yeah, my family's telling me.
Honestly, I might keep the mask on. I have not had a cold, not even a cold in the last 2 years.
I will say also in regards to like masks and stuff. So hopefully when I'm fully vaccinated and whatnot, like I'm not gonna just immediately take off my mask because here's the thing, right? I thought about this. I'm not gonna wear a T-shirt that says I have been vaccinated. Here's my proof. You know, it makes other people uncomfortable. So once that, it's more for safety measures for other people. It's like, look, dude, like I'm vaccinated, but you probably can't believe me and take my word for it.
Yeah.
So here it is.
Cross save, doubt it will happen. It's just one of the things, unfortunately, that we don't think we'll be able to get done.
Before you give gifts, whom buying?
Shirna got them.
Oh, the Pearl Blessings event. Pearl Blessings event happens when it happens. I'll ask if people thought it was good, but I'll ask for it. The mask days, my allergies have gone down since I've been wearing.
There are positives about wearing it. I mean, in Asia in general, the whole wearing a mask thing is less stigmatized.
Yeah.
Because people have been doing it for years. When I first came to Korea, there's a certain period in the year where yellow dust is a huge issue.
Yeah.
If you don't know yellow dust, it's where sand from the Gobi Desert like blows over into Korea. And generally, you're supposed to wear a mask throughout that part. So generally, it's already baked into the culture here to wear masks anyway. So I might just continue.
Trust me, you'll know who is vaccinated. It's like CrossFit. It's all they can talk about. I understand that. Oh my God, that's amazing. What a beautiful line. Thank you.
I mean, you can replace CrossFit with so many other things like vegans.
No, I like...
That's a good line.
Also, the other thing that has helped me with like having a mask on is like when I go for runs, it's actually helped my cardiovascular stuff. So that's just been a wonderful benefit.
Runs. You are not blocked.
Sorry. Ryan, send a message. Sorry, dude.
It'd be funny if we just say you're not blocked. We can see your message, you're not blocked, but we're not going to answer the question.
Ask the question, yeah. What armor is behind all of you, Guardian?
This is the Guardian's classic outfit box. Yeah, it was glorious.
Wait, have you ever done CrossFit?
No. Do I look as though I do CrossFit? Honestly, do I look as though I do?
If you may have done it.
Actually, on stream, the camera is about here, so that covers the part that incriminates me.
Our height difference isn't as disparagingly noticeable when we're sitting here, you know?
That's because I lean a bit further back to make you look a bit taller. It's just the things we do in life, you know, force perspective. And,
team.
Yeah. Have Trent wear it next. It will bury him.
Which one?
The Guardian costume behind. The T-shirt alone would bury him.
It weighs heavier than I do. Implement grouping of pets for offender. Oh, so pet groups. So pet groups was talked about earlier in the stream, as well as in other updates. Like, we wanted to bring that in. Same thing as with other content options that we're getting from, like we look towards PC and it's like, okay, this is what they have. This is what we want to see. Let's go for it. Pet groups is one that we want. So yeah, I agree with you.
I just answered somebody's question through video form. Okay, can we get separate movable window for kill feed? I mean, same as kill nodes is something that we kind of do want to bring in, whether it comes in. I was actually thinking about like how we can put an analogy, because some people will be like, but it's just a small animation. People who work with Photoshop know exactly how many layers their computer can handle before it decides to grind to a halt.
Agreed.
And yeah, it's like 30 layers. This is my computer at home. 30 layers, fine. 31, back to the Stone Age with you. Like, generally, like, even though it's only one extra thing, sometimes it can do a lot more than it looks as though it does. So, yeah. I met someone that you know in chat.
Is this like I know what you did last summer? Is this
gonna be another Candice thing? Yeah. Get a better computer forehead. I mean, yeah, but then that just puts the limit up. Sure, I can get a better computer, but then 101 like layer.
Yeah, you're right. You called it.
Yeah.
What was it? There was one I wanted to look at. The healing capabilities of Shy is something that's also being taken a look at again. The last balance one is not the end all be all. I think we're slowing down more and more
I
to a
think
halt.
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
Because
this one's gonna be a shorter stream.
It's still 2 hours, dude. It's just 1 hour less than last time.
Yeah, we talked a lot. I will say this.
The roadmap for the second half of the year is something that we will ask about and try to get done.
And make it as realistic as possible and make it work.
What is coming with this update? So, before we go, blue-gray gear, some fixes, bordering menu on the ring menu, and that's about it. It is a much smaller update than last time because not every update could be that big when you have a 2-week period in between.
Buff pets, I'll take a look at. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling with us for this smaller update and just listening to us kind of talk and whatnot. Hide a Ball is June 19th. I know it's going to be a rough time for a lot of you guys because it's going to be way super early in the morning.
It's going to be a rough time for us, too.
It's not. It's going to be fun.
Mate, I saw what time we have to be there. Did you take a look at that?
Yeah. I'm just going to sleep at the airport. I'm good.
It's a Saturday. It's
in any
10
case.
o'clock. Look, all I'm saying is 10 a.m. on a Saturday doesn't exist.
It exists.
No, it shouldn't exist.
Nah, I'm up at 6.
Nah,
but yeah, I would enjoy this. So come, so join us for Hide a Ball. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that happens around there. If you haven't joined the online audience application or did the online audience applications, make sure you go do it because 1, if you get to be on the audience, awesome. 2, there's prizes to be won.
3, console representation.
Yeah, we always say this every time that one of these big festivals happen. Thank you to all you console peeps that always come up and show up for that and always tell us that we're your plebs.
Yeah.
That always makes me happy. So yeah, we good?
Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us. We can ramble on about how much we love doing this for you guys, but we haven't got another hour. But seriously, thank you for joining, and we'll see you all. I just looked. Hide a Ball might be the next time people see us.
Might.
So see you next time, guys. Thank you.
Take care.